Welcome to another edition of Inside Titans Sports. I'm your host, Jeff Radcliffe. And as always, for the next 30 minutes, we'll get you all caught up on everything related to the Titans athletics program. This week, we talk about Eastern Florida's men's and women's basketball programs. They continue to motor towards the postseason. And we'll get you an update on the women's tennis program led by Jerry Thor. He'll come in on the third segment. Without further ado, we talk about the now four-time champion Titans is the men's basketball program, Jeremy Schulman, and the point guard, the freshman, CJ Jackson, joining us here. Congratulations as you wrap up with 4 games to play. You wrap up a Southern Conference championship for the 4th straight year.
Jeff, I appreciate it. I'm very humbled by the team we have. It's amazing. They've just, game after game, just exceed expectations, and it's a lot of fun to coach this group. So to already wrap up the conference championship, with 4 games to go, it's special, and it's just the beginning of what we hope to be even more special season.
CJ, did you foresee having it not necessarily be this easy, but to have it all sewed up so early?
No, definitely. We didn't plan to win the conference with 4 games left. We just kind of take it one game at a time and just play for each other, really, and we end up winning it kind of early.
Riding like an 11-game winning streak. You really turned it on and figured out once conference play began. You're undefeated in conference.
Again, it's just testament to these guys. It was a young team coming in. We didn't have a whole lot of returnees, so we knew early on there would be some growing pains. There'd be some learning. They'd be learning the system, learning each other, learning the league, learning college basketball. And it's amazing the maturity and the growth that this team has had. And we definitely figured it out at the right time, coming into conference season, especially in what's been an unbelievable conference. And one of the reasons that we've got the conference championship already is because there's so much depth in the conference. The other teams, which are all outstanding, are beating each other up. So our guys really have grown up and matured at the right time.
Jeremy, you always talk about consistency. You've certainly been consistent throughout the year as one of the team's best players. But speak to that. And each and every night out, you guys play about the same.
Yeah, Coach definitely talks about consistency. He wants us to play the same every game. We have 4 factors that are the same every game on the board, and we have to accomplish those 4 factors in order to win the game. And once we do that, we know we'll definitely have success on the court.
The most recent triumph, the 3rd triumph against Palm Beach, a team that when the year started was the team everybody was looking at, not just in the state and in the conference, but nationally. You've now beaten them 3 times in a row.
It's unbelievable, honestly, because Martin McCann's just done an unbelievable job down there at Palm Beach. They were up to number 3 in the country and undefeated going into conference season. We knew just how talented they were, so for us to beat them and beat them 3 times, and 2 of those times on the road, I mean, I'm in awe of this team. I really am. I'm in awe of the team that we have and the people we have, playing.
96-85. This one took overtime. How hard was this most recent win against Palm Beach?
It was definitely hard. Probably our hardest game of the season so far, but this game meant a lot to us. We know it was kind of a little rivalry between us, even though this is a lot of our guys' first time playing each other this year, but we could definitely have some bad blood between each other, so it meant everything to beat them again.
All right, Taylor Swift fan right here. Trailed by 12 at the half, though, so there was some adversity in this one.
A lot of adversity. Again, credit goes to Palm Beach for the first half. They came out with a completely different game plan that they've shown on film or against us in the past. And I'll be honest, I don't know if we were prepared enough, and that falls back on myself. And we were fortunately made some adjustments at halftime, and we went into halftime and said, hey, players are going to have to make plays in this one, and thank goodness we got guys like CJ Jackson on our team, because players definitely made plays in that second half and in overtime.
CJ Jackson, 39 points. Let's just talk about the last couple of games, 44 and 21. I think you're averaging like 34 and a half points in the last 3 games. Is it a zone right now?
Yeah, definitely. Coach is giving me complete confidence in my game right now. I'm just trying to take it to the next level and really just do what it takes for us to win as a team. That's really what's most important, not really the numbers. I just want to win, so get as far as we can this year.
And lost in all this, he's a point guard. The idea is to help everybody else, which he's continuing to do while scoring. I mean, you talk about a bonus.
Oh, it's unbelievable. CJ leads us in our plus-minus, which is when he's on the floor, no matter who he's with, what our advantage is score-wise on the scoreboard when he's in. So he leads us in plus-minus. He's obviously doing a fantastic job scoring, but he does make everyone better around him also. Defensively, he's unbelievable on the defensive end. He's top 10 in the country in steals, and we don't pressure the basketball. We don't get down in passing lanes, and he's still top 10. And he just knows all the right positioning, both on and off the basketball, offensively, defensively. So brings a lot to the table.
We talked with Reggie Freeman last week, your assistant coach, and he said that when he was at the University of Texas, his best game was 43 points. So I said, you had him beat, and do you think that bugs him at all?
No, it doesn't. Coach Reggie, he's helped me a lot this year. I've learned probably a lot of different ways to play the game this year just from Coach Reggie himself. But I don't think it bothers him that I beat him by 1 point. Yeah.
You've got CJ, but you've also had such consistency, as we've already mentioned that word. BJ Gladden, 11 points. He continues to do rebounds. And up and down the lineup, Georgie has given you solid minutes, solid contributions, points, rebounds. It's the same old song.
It's a total team effort. I mean, it really is. Not to sound cliche, but it's a total team effort. And if one person's not playing well, another person steps up. Against Palm Beach County, Wallington comes off the bench and plays the most minutes he's played in about 4 or 5 games, and comes in with 12 points. Just gave us an unbelievable spark. Jalen Glover came off the bench, gave us great defense, 3 big rebounds, got a big bucket for us. Georgie is the backbone of the team as always. BJ just dominates the boards and makes everyone else around him better. It's a total team effort, and we don't function without every single piece of the program, and that's what makes this team so special. We're not relying on one person, we're not relying on 2 people, and if someone's got an off game, then someone's going to step up. But it's a special group because it's all together.
CJ, let's talk a little bit about you here too. I mean, you're a freshman. This is your debut here on Inside Titan Sports. You spend a year at Montverde Academy, but you know BJ. You played with him in high school a little bit. You won a state championship. You went undefeated out of Charlotte. That certainly helps to have that relationship with some of your teammates even before you play a game.
Yeah, definitely. We kind of bring the tight-knit group together. We kind of hang out on the court together. Well, not as just on the court, but off the court. Yeah. We do things together. So once we get on the court, it makes that job or task that we have to accomplish that much easier to do because we care about each other. We have, we like each other, Like, it's kind of odd for a JUCO for guys to like each other as much as we do. So that's really the focus.
Interesting. Is that a testament to how you run the program? And this is, in a way, you run it like you would have a Division I, where you have these guys for 4 years if you're in that situation. But to develop that family is a big challenge for you as a coach.
Big challenge, and it is something we try to do. We focus on it in recruiting with the type of people we bring in. We focus on it with type of personalities, and we try to build that family atmosphere early. And it's not easy. And CJ will attest to it, it's not easy, especially with so many new faces coming in, brand new coach for 90% of our team. So to try to build that, we just do everything we can to solidify that foundation of what the system is. And we're very fortunate that these guys, as young as and many newcomers as they are, have picked up on things as quickly as we have, and at the right time.
CJ, what's the goal now? You've already clinched the conference. Do you let up just a little bit, get a rest? How's that going to work here this weekend against ASA?
The goal is to win every game from here on out. State championship, then to the national title. But we got to start this Saturday by winning against ASA Miami.
Coach, motivation's always a big thing. Yeah, you got ASA. One thing you want to point to is trying to set a school record for wins, which is certainly in the wheelhouse right now.
Absolutely, we were so close last year, Jeff. We were so close. All-time school record for wins is 29. We equaled that last year, and we had an opportunity at the national tournament to get that 30th, and we fell just barely short. It's honestly been eating at me ever since last year in Hutchinson, Kansas, and it's motivated me. It's been a major driving force for me. So we've got to do everything we can to get to that 30. And it means every single possession in practice. It means every moment that I spend on film behind the scenes. It's every shooting and workout session these guys do on their own time. We got to get there. So there's a lot of motivation still.
Well, Jeremy, CJ, congratulations on the conference championship, the 4th in a row. Good luck this weekend against ASA. That game 4 o'clock on Saturday at the Titan Fieldhouse. Well, when we come back, we will shift gears and talk about the women's program. It will be Jim Grimes and Nene Johnson. So another point guard will be sitting right next to me when we come back on Inside Titan Sports.
Eastern Florida State College. This is where you discover new opportunities, where you pursue your dreams, and careers take flight. Apply now for new bachelor and associate degree programs in business, healthcare, computer technology, and other growing fields. Eastern Florida, where Titans rise. Apply today.
Welcome back to Inside Titan Sports. I'm Jeff Radcliffe, and for this segment, we talk about the first place team in the Southern Conference, the Eastern Florida State College Titans, led by head coach Jim Grimes, and Nene Johnson, the point guard, making her third appearance on Inside Titan Sports. Welcome, everybody, and
Thanks for having us.
continue to win games. I mean, it's kind of a broken record. I'm sure you don't mind talking about that.
I definitely don't mind talking about winning games. And that's certainly made it easier for me, having somebody like Nene in charge of our team on the court out there. She's been playing really, really great lately.
88-81, an overtime win on the road in Lake Worth against Palm Beach. It's never an easy time out in this conference, and that was the case, wasn't it?
Yes, it's never an easy game in our conference. Our conference knows us so well, so it's hard to do different things against them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're playing everybody 3 times, so it's pretty difficult as you get deeper and deeper into it.
Tell me a little bit about how this game transpired and going, having to go the distance again. I think you draw a lot on the experience that your women have, so far this season, and having those situations arise where you had some adversity, and it just kind of pulls you through each time.
Yeah, we are very experienced, and having other sophomores like Nene as well as Paula and Crystal and Emma out there were very, very helpful last Saturday. We had, in a scheduling quirk, we had played Palm Beach twice in the span of 6 days, so it was even it was just tough playing them so close back to back in that short span of time. So there was not a lot of time to make a lot of adjustments. So, like Nene said, they know us really, really well. It was a tough game. That place is hard, a hard place to get wins. So, we take them, and we are happy that we were able to come out of there with a victory, but it was not easy.
Nene, 23 points, Paula as well. I mean, kind of feeling it? Was it one of those games where everything was going right for you, at least personally?
Yeah, well, first half it was kind of rough. I wasn't really into it. Paula picked up the slack, but second half I knew it was time. Somebody had to step up, so.
Continues to get the assists, 7 assists in that game too. So she steps up by scoring, but also helping everybody else out and kind of getting everybody in their rhythm, right?
Yeah, Nene was so versatile on Saturday. She had 7 assists and 23 points, and like she said, Paula started out the game on fire. She was just unguardable in the first half, and then as we went through the second half, Nene really saw where she needed to score and where she needed to dish off. And that's something we've been talking about watching film with her, and she's just growing as a player, learning every day. And then she also was just a great leader. One of those timeouts late, we had missed an assignment on defense and gave up a 3, and it was a struggle getting back in that game. And Nene came into the timeout and she said, "We've been here before, and we're not losing this game. Let's go." And from that timeout on, the team really responded to her leadership.
As we tape here today, 4 games left in conference, and you really got a chance to do something special here. Just the 1 loss in conference, but I guess it's good though that there are some teams kind of sneaking up and kind of staying close. That you really have to. You can't just cruise. You can't be, like the men's team who've already clinched. You guys have some work to do still.
Yeah, we definitely can't relax now. I mean, we definitely got to keep it moving, stay focused, and not relax.
And it begins again against the one team that you have the 1 loss in that conference loss column to Miami-Dade. So the season series is at 1. You get to host them. You get to be on TV here this week. This is about as big as it gets here for Eastern Florida State College here during your season.
Really big opportunity for us this weekend against Miami-Dade. As you said, that's our only conference loss of the season. Very talented team, as they are every year. And so we'll have to really play well. Of course, obviously have to play better than we did the last time we saw them.
What do you remember from that last meeting against Miami-Dade?
Just they came ready. They were ready to play. They were making everything. It's just we couldn't. They had all the momentum. We didn't have anything, so we'll be looking forward to getting them back.
Nene's very understated about things, but can you sense how the rest of the team is? Is that obviously it's a motivator, but is there kind of an anger or a fire that builds when you get a chance to get a little revenge?
Yeah, I wouldn't call it anger. I think we are motivated. I think the team is very excited to play them again. We're obviously, I'm glad that we get to play them at home and obviously on TV. So I think there won't be a lot of games you have to sort of search for ways to get the kids excited, but I don't think I'll have that problem this weekend.
Tell me a little bit about Miami-Dade. What is the challenge that they present when they come in here?
Well, they have really good bigs down low, so it's hard. We're small, so it's hard for us to guard them down there. So we'll have to work hard at doubling and working on getting out of the double. So
Yeah, I mean, I remember watching a little bit of the first contest in which you won, but that was not an easy game. That was a struggle throughout, and where it was a little nip tuck there in the middle, and then you pulled away late.
Yeah, Jesus, their guard is, she leads Florida in scoring. And so they're a very versatile team. They have a D1 transfer, from Western Kentucky at the center position, and they've got a few other Division I players in their team. I think we'll be up for the challenge. I do think that they present a lot of issues for a lot of teams that they play, but I think we're starting to hit our stride a little bit. We've talked in the past about when do we want to be playing well. I feel the last two games, even though they've been close games, we've been very encouraged as a staff, and I think the team has been encouraged by how we've responded to adversity in those situations. So for me, I'm feeling really, really good going into these last 4 games.
Looking forward to playing on TV, or does that some athletes like it and they rise to the occasion. Others, I'd rather not be seen. How do you and your teammates approach this?
well, it's a big motivator being on TV. Not many people can say they have that opportunity, so we're looking forward to coming out and giving a good show.
Just curious for you. I mean, you see some of the other teams, on campus that they get a little bit of that exposure. Here is the chance, and is that something? Hey, I want this team to make its mark, and when everybody can see it, because you expect a big crowd at home as well.
Well, we always want to do well, but a TV game or a non-TV game, we don't really talk a lot about that. Obviously, it's a motivator. It's exciting, something different for us. We get to do it twice this year, so we're excited by it. But at the same time, we don't let it affect how we prepare or how we'll play. I think the team's going to come out and play well, and I think we'll put on, as Nini said, hopefully a good show.
Speaking of shows, Nini, and we'll just, I guess, make the announcement here. I mean, it's been out there, but now for the first time on TV, you've already made your college commitment. You're a sophomore point guard. Where are you going to be going here next year?
To Liberty University.
Awesome.
I'm in Virginia.
Congratulations. The pipeline to Liberty for Eastern Florida athletes continues. Why Liberty?
Well, Liberty, it was just a great atmosphere, a good basketball program, good coaching staff, good area to be around and hang out and stuff. So I just felt like it was a home. It was his home.
You're from Stewart. This will be your first. You're here still in Florida, and now you're going to go up to where it's a little cold. Nervous at all?
Yes, about the snow. I've never seen snow before, so it's going to be my first time.
Nini Johnson, formerly of Stewart, currently of Melbourne, and soon to be Lynchburg, Virginia. Well, good luck and congratulations.
Thank you.
Awesome. Best of luck this weekend, Coach. Grimes,
Thanks,
we
Jeff.
certainly appreciate it. Nini, thank you very much. Make sure you watch the Titans this weekend on WEFS. It's a 2 o'clock tip-off against Miami-Dade. They're going for the big win and going for a conference title. Make sure you show up or tune in, of course. When we come back, we'll shift our attention outdoors. We'll talk tennis with head coach Jerry Thor. That is next on Inside Titan Sports.
This is where we're building the future. This is where we meet the challenge, where leaders emerge and careers take flight. This is where you discover new opportunities. Choose to stand where excellence lives, where Titans rise. Eastern Florida State College.
Welcome back to Inside Titan Sports, and for our final segment, we bring in Jerry Thor, the head coach of the women's tennis program here at Eastern Florida State College, coming off the biggest win in school history, a 5-4 win over Hillsborough, number 8 in the country. Congratulations, as you're starting off 2-1.
Thank you, Jeff. Thanks for having me. Yeah, it was a great win. We had great weather. Great day to pull an upset. I think moving forward, we're going to try not to consider those matches upsets. We want to be a top 10 team, continually play like one, and I think we showed that this Friday.
Overall, with the first 3 matches, the first 3 competitions, are you happy where you're at? And I'm sure you have a lot of things that you've got to figure out, a master plan that you got to create. But overall, it's been a good start.
Yeah, overall, I'm pretty happy. The players still working through some nerves. They've had some big matches, and I think overall adjusting just to the high expectations. When we take the court, we want to compete and we want to come away with a win. And so that puts a lot of pressure on them. They feel like they have to come through for their team, they have to come through for their school, and come through for all the Titan supporters out there.
Kathy Drebka, let's talk about her #1 singles, somebody that really kind of hoped to hammer home the win for you guys.
Yeah, she just showed up a month ago, and here she is taking on the top player in the country, you know, ranked number 13. It's tough for us to kind of assume a win at the top of the lineup. Everybody's going to have great players up there, so we try to win with some of our depth, and you know, we really needed her to come through, though. Our matches didn't work out the way we had it drawn up, and she kind of coasted to a victory. Yeah. She stayed tough, 6-2, 6-1 victory over a top player. Great way to start her college career.
Goes to show you how mental the game of tennis really is. You can be ranked and have a lot of hype and be such a good player as far as your abilities and everything, but you don't come to play, and there's somebody like Kathy who's motivated. Look out.
Yeah, it's a lot like boxing. We kind of trade gloves for rackets and separate the contenders a little bit, but it's a mental battle just as much as a physical one. You know, the players are up at 6 a.m. working out in the gym, working on their fitness. We call our conditioning tight and tough because not only do they build in the ability to compete for 3 hours on court, but also mentally staying focused and competing every point.
The way a competition collegiately in tennis is set up, and correct me if I'm wrong, you've got the 6 singles flights and then you've got the 3 doubles. And doubles are really what helps spur on the victory as well with Juliana Hull and Nicole Trio.
Yeah, our doubles play has been improving. We start with doubles, so it's always beneficial, you know, for the match if we can go into singles play up 2-1, which we've been doing. And that's a way where I feel like me as a coach, I can really influence a match. If I can put the players in the right position, I can really set them up for success. And they've been going out there and still taking care of business. You know, you could be in the right spot, but you have to hit the right shot. That's important.
And there's multiple ways to approach this as a coach and how you set up a lineup, right? Whether it is who is playing with who on the doubles, but also maybe moving a less talented player up to a higher flight, to maybe be a sacrificial lamb in order to get points later on down the line, down the flight. And that's the strategy in the game you have to play a little bit with some coaches.
Well, especially in doubles, we want to win at all 3 spots. So we don't, put our players at the top of the lineup and try to get a win at one doubles and the rest have to fend for themselves. We want to really win at all 3 spots. We play an honest lineup. We play our lineup top to bottom, talent-wise. Not trying to look for matchups too much. We want our players to get better and have competitive matches. Every player wants to come away feeling like they had a chance to win and be successful, and they weren't just thrown to the wolves.
That's right. Well, they're going to be thrown to the Titans if they continue to win matches like this. Well, I'm just curious then, how is the approach then in forming a doubles partnership? Because it's not often, or not always, to where it's the 2 best players that need to be playing with one another.
Yeah, we try to play the same type of strategy so we can sub a player in, sub a player out, and you know where you have to be, you know where you have to hit the ball. At #1 doubles, we don't want to lose serve. We want to hold serve, get into some serving battles with the top players. But they need to communicate. They need to play with energy. They need to play with enthusiasm. I feel like if we do that, we have a chance against anyone in the country.
If you're one of the top singles players, what's the biggest challenge to playing doubles? So how do you have to change up your game a little bit?
Just being ready for 2 big matches. Going out there, and if you can get the job done in doubles, and then you have to reset because singles is tough. It's challenging. You're out there by yourself. You don't have a teammate you can high five and fist bump between every point. But it's just you and your opponent and me trying to come by and keep tabs on things and help where I can. But it's an exciting event. College tennis is it's a thrill when you have 2 top teams come together.
Sure.
And we're really excited to kind of kick things off February 19th, 2:30 p.m. If folks in the community have time in their schedule, want to come out and experience it for themselves. It's going to be our home opener of the new tennis facility, and it's going to be exciting. I look forward to meeting everyone.
Yeah, St. Petersburg College, it's a team you should have already seen. You got the opener on the 19th, but you should have already seen them, but weather kind of caused issues. It's an outdoor sport in a lot of places, so that's a little awkward that you haven't seen them already. Was that a good thing or a bad thing?
We're looking forward to the test right away. I guess the rest of the country's facing snow, so us, having some rain, it's not too big of an issue. But we'll see them February 19th. We have some time to prepare. The women are getting better every day, so we feel like we're ready for that challenge to face a top 5 team and see if we're a top 5 team.
Is there a home court advantage you would see in some other team sports like basketball, soccer, et cetera? Because the tennis courts are the same lines, right? And the surfaces all have to be the same, don't they?
They are, but playing in front of your crowd has its advantages. For some players, disadvantages because the nerves can play an issue. But we're comfortable where we're at. We have a great facility. They get to sleep in their own bed the night before the match, and it's an exciting place to play. We crank up the music, and it's a fun venue. And I think absolutely we have a home court advantage here in Melbourne.
And it'll be the first time out. How do you expect it? Will the actual watching of the match for maybe a first-time fan to come out and support you guys? What kind of experience are they going to have watching a collegiate tennis match?
They're going to see high energy. They're going to see competitors going out there, swinging their rackets, playing aggressive style of tennis. The doubles is an experience of itself, and they're going to see a good crowd. A lot of people are looking forward to coming out to see the matches, and I'd love to meet them if they want to stay after the match and support our Titans.
Talk tennis. Friday the 19th, it is the home opener against St. Petersburg College. It will begin at 2:30. Jerry Thor, thank you, and continued good luck and success. 2-1, a nice start for the Titans of Eastern Florida State College. That's all the time we have, unfortunately, but we can remind you to check out the all-new revamped Eastern Florida website. That's at EFSCTitans.com. Everything you need to know about the Titans athletic program, all the schedules, all the recaps, photos, rosters, it's all there for you. And of course, tune into us each and every week, Thursday night on WEFS for Inside Titan Sports. So for all my guests, I'm Jeff Radcliffe saying thank you for watching, and go Titans.